You're about to watch 4.5 minutes of music jokes. I never said they were good jokes, I just said they were jokes.
How many tuba players does it take to screw in a light bulb? 5. 1 to screw in the light bulb, and 4 to complain that it's too high. Why did the pianist keep banging his head on the piano? He was playing by ear. Why is the piano so hard to open? Because the keys are on the inside. What type of music are balloons afraid of? Pop music. Why did the fish make such a good musician? He knew his scales. Why did the music teacher go up the ladder during class? He was trying to reach the high notes. What kind of music do bunnies like? Hip hop. What's a skeleton's favorite instrument? The trombone. Why did Mozart get rid of his chickens? They kept saying bok bok. What's the difference between a fish and a piano? You can't tune a fish. What is the musical part of a snake? The scales. Where did the music teacher leave his keys? In the piano. How do you get a drummer off your doorstep? Pay him for the pizza. What makes pirates such good singers? They can hit the high C's. Why do fluorescent lights hum? Because they forgot the words. Why didn't Handel go shopping? Because he was Baroque. How can you tell if a singer is at your door? He can't find the key and he doesn't know when to come in. Middle C, E flat, and G walk into a bar. Sorry, the bartender says, we don't serve minors. What key does a cow sing in? B flat. What's the difference between a conductor and God? God doesn't think he's a conductor. What's the difference between the Super Bowl and the Grammys? The Eagles have won a Grammy. Someone keyed the music teacher's car. Luckily, the damage seems to be minor. Some might say the violinists in an orchestra don't do much. They just fiddle around. An orchestra was hit by lightning. Only the conductor died. Why wasn't the child allowed in the orchestra concert? There was too much sax and violins. I don't always listen to heavy metal, but when I do, so do the neighbors. What do you call a thrash metal band with financial problems? Megadeth. A metal fan was diagnosed with coronavirus. He was down with the sickness. Rob Halford abandoned fame to go live as a monk in a Tibetan monastery. He was a Buddhist priest. Do you hear about the metal band that also makes Christmas music? They're called Slayer. Heavy metal is a lot like jazz. It's the lyrics you don't hear. I introduced a coal miner to industrial metal. He really digs the music. According to the rules, everyone should keep their phone silent at a polka performance. All last night, it sounded like my neighbors were practicing for an orchestra concert. I had to call the police to report domestic violins. I went to see a concert performance by the Bermuda Philharmonic Orchestra. Halfway through the first movement, the triangle player vanished. I decided to start a minimalist orchestra. It's like a regular orchestra, but without the bells and whistles. Who plays the music at Mordor? The orchestra. Why was Gandhi thrown out of the orchestra? He was against violins. A man in the symphony was charged for manslaughter. He had a history of reckless violins. Never book an orchestra for a wedding. They don't know how to conduct themselves. My best friend decided to play tuba in high school. He was really into heavy metal. How do you fix a broken tuba? With a tuba glue. What do you call a tuba section with only one tuba? A one-ba. My neighbor knocked on my door at 3 a.m. Can you believe him? Luckily, I was still up playing my tuba. How was the shark from Jaws able to sneak up on people? Wouldn't they have heard the tuba? What instrument does the uterus play? The fallopian tuba. The music composer at my school is suffering from cancer. He's in the hospital being fed through a tuba.
If this video gets 1,000 views, I'll do a second one.